Hey guys, a little bit of different style video today. I'm going to be bringing you through my photography sessions that I usually do for my Instagram posts and whatnot. And also, we'll do a little POV drive at the end. We'll have some fun. A little bit more of a spirited POV drive because it's the weekend and I'm not actually needing to do anything. So, I actually got a new phone. This is the 17 Pro, and we're gonna see how it does. I'm gonna start off with some like quarter shots or something. Phone's being glitchy right now, I don't know why. Let me turn off. Usually you want to turn off live and exposure. Not that all the way down for that cinematic feel. And sometimes I like 1.5 a little bit better than 2. So that's going to be our first shot. And then this is more of a Camaro specific shot, if I'm being honest. But I like, see the car's dirty right now, so. But every Camaro has this little hump, and I love to get like this little taillight as the center of attention. And also that really looks cool to me. And then of course the car's dirty right now, but you probably can't tell. Let's get like a bushes shot. Thinking through that, I could have just gone around, but that was the more fun way to do it. Okay, it saved my settings, good. Just enough to get the whole car. And boom. Actually, boom, there you go. And then usually I would do a close-up, but the quarter panel that I usually use, someone hit me in a parking lot, so when I was working, which really sucks too. So, and also not to mention I need to get a new windshield because there are a bunch of freaking rock chips everywhere. And also this is like kind of a public area, so it's kind of gonna suck to make that turn, but we'll make it work because we have this. And then what else did I want to do? I will be making a Chevrolet Blazer POV drive, not an old one, but a 2019 Blazer with same exact V6 that's in this one actually, which I think is pretty neat how they kind of just spammed the same V6 and everything. Some people call that like lazy, but I think it's pretty cool. Actually, I'll leave the door open that way we get a. That was weird. I don't know what that is, but we're gonna do windows down and sunroof because it is we'll have ways open. Actually no, let's just have that open. I am a TV girl person. Da-da-da, da-da-da. That's very cool, guys, going against traffic. Okay, cool, we can make that turn. And I like the shaded areas more for that kind of thing. And I still want to figure out what I want to do with this car. Because right now it's relatively stock besides the Borla Attack axle back. which, by the way, sounds awesome. And we will have to go around because this is a one-way. Holy. Also, do y'all like manual drivers tap in? Do y'all like leave your car in first or second in parking lots? Because me personally, I much prefer leaving it in first if I'm in like a tight parking lot like this. But once I'm out, obviously, now I'm in second gear. Let's go do some shenanigans, shall we? I'm thinking, let's go. I have a route I usually take. It's not the best sounding in the world, but in my humble opinion, I really like it. I think it sounds pretty fucking sick. If I'm being like 1,000,000% honest. And we're all warm, so let's hit it, shall we? This is Mexico, and my voice and everything you're seeing is AI generated, so like none of this is real. AI is like genuinely pretty cool nowadays where they can just kind of do that. But yeah. Let's give these people a moment. Actually, no, it's fine. Also, I know I said after my manual driving video that I would teach y'all how to do heel toe downshift, and I figured it out, so we'll talk about that a little bit today as well. Of course, I'll have like a dedicated video for that, but so basically what you're doing is you're balancing the ball of your foot and you're blipping either with the side of your foot, which isn't ideal for track, or your heel. But this is a very narrow foot box, or like pedal box, I guess you could say. So you're kind of going like that almost with your foot. And I've actually found it very, very useful in like heavy traffic situations. So like per se, if I have to brake really hard and I want to stay in a proper gear, I can brake hard and just go like vroom, 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 and make sure you're also matching with your shifter, yeah. And I need AC, holy crap. And we are almost to our second destination of the evening. This is where I like to do, wow, that person is moving. For, what is that? I don't even know. She's going like freaking... Yeah, we'll see if this... Hey, a Mustang. Yeah, I'm still figuring out what gear I want to be in for corners like that and whatnot. Oh dang. Usually I like to park in the middle if at all possible, and what I'll do is I'll get like a front on shot with like the holy crap, these people are going slow. It's like they've never driven a car before. can barely put it in second gear. But yeah. Oh my goodness. But yeah. As of right now, it is Saturday. And I am what you would call free. I debated hitting it there, but we're gonna run my favorite back road as long as no one's on it. It's gonna be cool. I think we've seen this. Y'all have seen this background. I mean, this back road in like one video. But this is like kind of the chill part. Like, we'll get kind of up to speed, of course. But in my old Lexus, 50 used to be like hard to do. But in this new Camaro, even though it's the V6 with like not the Magnet Ride suspension or anything, I actually think it's relatively, it handles great. I'll just put it out there. And yeah, the reason I got this car is as of last week, no, 2 weeks ago. Here, let me find it. I have 2 weeks. I put 800 miles on this car. So yeah. Definitely a fun road. I've definitely had some close calls in the old Camaro on this road. And honestly, I've lost a lot of my motivation to actually fix that car. And I've thought about just saving up and paying a shop to do it. I don't really have the time to do it if I want to post consistently. But I'll still release the car wash video and all that jazz, and we'll, depending on which way this car wants to go, we will turn still not the best manual driver in the world. Are also kind of stuck. These are Eagle Touring tires, and let me tell you, they're pretty horrible. Like, I'm used to Pilot Sport all seasons because that's what I had on my old Lexus, and with the older Camaro, it was just so light, it didn't matter what tire you had on it. And honestly, that car was so slow, you really couldn't get the tires to, you couldn't lose yourself with those tires, simply because the car just didn't have enough power to really get up fast enough to have problems. But if you're ever considering buying a manual and you're thinking that you want to start off, if you've already had like a lot of fast cars and you think it's just going to be the same, just waiting for this BMW to go, but it's taking forever. Very not typical of a BMW driver to be slow. Usually they're pretty quick. Then that's the one thing you'll realize when you drive a manual is that, oh boy, people really don't know how to use their gas pedal, especially in like traffic. So many people will just let off the gas and let their car creep forward, and most manual cars aren't going to want to sit at 4 miles an hour. Like mine will only really sit comfortably at about 10. Nothing, anything less than that, and it just doesn't like it for any long periods of time, especially if you're not on the gas. I don't know what it is about that, but having that pressure of the gas pedal kind of just helps in some way. And I kind of took like the really long way around to get to my second stop, but I feel like this video is dragging on. I have been yapping like the whole time, so I hope this is entertaining. Oh, that's a really cool car. What is that? I don't know what that is. If you know what that boxy car is, please let me know, because I don't know what that is, and I would like to know. Also, I don't know what the speed limit is here. It's 30. Okie dokie. Almost time for our second stop of the day. And this is an OG location. If you've been following my Instagram since the beginning, I used to take pictures with my old V6 Camaro here all the time. And honestly, top 10 spot to be. Genuinely just super fun. And also, why do bikers do that? Because like now I'm put in like this awkward situation where he's probably gonna think I'm, excuse my French, but kind of an asshole. So, but that is like the one time I'll swear in my videos. I'll probably actually bleep that out. And we'll actually be turning left here. And we are going to go to second gear. Oh, that's a really cool Corvette. I don't know if the camera picked that up, but there's a nice red drop top Corvette. Actually, it's pretty chill over here, so I'll let the windows down. And this is actually a construction zone, which I'm actually super comfortable driving through them, because I'm an electrician, so I'm literally constantly driving in construction areas with a Camaro, which honestly is usually a little awkward as a 19-year-old, yeah. And a lot of people come here to hang out. I would guess probably to smoke weed. But as for me, I don't really like doing that kind of stuff. I'm pretty boring actually in that respect. So I think we'll get some pretty cool like far away shots, and we'll like try and let's see if we can get this. Okay. And I usually have the car facing that away. Like I'll have it face that way. And I think those are the tires straight on. So we'll turn them like that. Actually, a little bit less. I'm thinking like that. We'll get out in a second after these people. Let me just make sure we're still recording. Okay, cool. We are still recording. Alright, where did I put my phone? My lordy lord. There's also a strong possibility. Where did my phone go? Chat, I don't like this. Well, I'll be back when I find my phone. Alright, I found my phone. And also, is this tread bad? Like, I feel like this is like really worn out. In the front, the backs are a lot newer, but anyways, we're getting off topic. And there's also chunks missing. That's totally not from me doing burnouts or anything. In my V6 muscle car. Anyways. As you can see, there's also a no trespassing sign, which is for that grass area. So we're kind of barely teetering on that line. I don't know why, but this camera's being glitchy. We'll get those shots. And we'll also get, let me turn on the lights. I don't know why they're not on. I feel like they should be on already. These also just, the lights just add a whole nother vibe to the car. Okay, cool, now they're on. They're kind of hard to see during the daytime, but now we have to redo that picture. Yeah, you can like barely see the difference, but in my humble opinion, I think it looks pretty cool. I like to get a really far shot, kind of like this. This is very reminiscent of when I used to take pictures of the old Camaro. And one more for kicks and giggles. And then that will be it for today. Actually, let's do 4. Jeez. Holy zoom. That's pretty cool. Anyways, thanks for tuning in today, and I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And like, subscribe, do all the YouTuber stuff. I don't remember what YouTuber says that, but I just kind of said it, so now I'm gonna keep it on the video. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you actually watched to the end, you're a real one. A G, perchance. And we'll end the video with a little, it'll sound better eventually. All right, bye. Thanks for watching.